several years. And he gave me a whole new understanding of everything. I said, great. Now that I understand, I want to go to heaven. He said, I'm not ready for heaven yet. Finally, I said, what do you want me to do? I want you to love the person that you're with. And I said, okay, yeah, but then what do you want me to do after I do that? And he said, no, that's what I want you to do. And I said, what good's that going to do? And he said, it's going to change the world. And I said, that's going to change the world? I don't think so. No, I said, you don't understand. The world is like a terrible, cruel place. Even if I love someone, they're just going to go get beat up somewhere else, and they're not going to. And he said, no, if you love someone, they'll take that love out into the world, and maybe they'll love somebody, and it'll grow and grow and grow. I said, it's not going to work. And he said, it's God's plan. It's going to work. Well, when he pulls out the God's plan work, it's like, what can you say? And so finally I conceded. I said, okay, I'll go back. And with that, bang, I'm in the body, I'm in the bed. The nurse who'd been in the room comes in and says, a doctor has arrived at the hospital and we're going to prepare you for surgery. When I awoke, I knew that what had happened to me was the most important thing in my life. Because now my life had real meaning and purpose. I was very, very weak. I'd been in surgery for hours. I'd spent most of the morning trying to think of how I was going to tell my wife what had happened. I said to her, it's all love. She said, I love you. And I said, I know you love me, but it's all love. She said, what are you talking about? And I said, it's an ocean of love. And you have to just go into that ocean of love and be a part of it. And she said,
okay, Annie. Try to get some rest.
Here I am. I'm giving her the abbreviated wisdom of God, and she's basically telling me, you're making no sense. It's crazy talk. From that day forward, I tried to tell people about God, heaven, hell, what I'd experienced, and nobody took me seriously at all. I was a zealot. I was a complete zealot. And it was not good for my relationship with my kids, because the more that they did not respect what I was trying to tell them, and the more they told me I was nuts and crazy and stuff like that, the more it totally alienated them from the Bible, from God, from me. It was completely counterproductive. It was a disaster. My wife left me. She poisoned the kids against me. They've rejected me. They don't want anything to do with me. They think I'm a crazy man. It's all going to work out. I know that God works stuff out. It just doesn't happen on our time frame. I'd like it now, and it's not happening right now, but it could happen tomorrow. It might take a long time. I don't know. When I came back, one of the things I knew, I wanted to make friends with my dad. Not only was I able to forgive my father because I understood that he was just messed up because of his messed up childhood. All my father really wanted to do was to be loved, but he didn't know how to do that in appropriate ways, so he tried to be loved in inappropriate ways. He thought obedience and discipline. And my mother and my sisters were really angry with me because they all told me several times, you and Dad hated each other, and now you're his best friend. Why? see, because he's my dad. Grace is passed along and passed along and passed along, and it's powerful. It's powerful because people change their lives for the good. They find hope, peace, love, joy, contentment, and they also find God and eternal life.